There was a girl who came out with a vibrator.
Oh, Jesus.
Can we talk about that? Welcome.
Hey, guys.
What's up? I'm Maria.
And I'm Shanice.
This is our podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite shows. It is The Bachelor.
It's back.
So we actually have a brand new season starting. It started yesterday, January 4th, 2021. Everybody, it's a new year. And we actually have a new bachelor. His name is Matt James. And he is the first Black Bachelor. Okay, so let's just acknowledge that. Can we acknowledge that? Okay.
Snaps
for that. All right. Well, for me, as I said earlier, this is one of my favorite reality shows to watch. I watch all the series, all of the different what do you call it?
Spin-offs.
I watch all the spin-offs. So you have The Bachelor, then you have The Bachelorette. Then in the summertime, you have Bachelor in Paradise. And all these different spin-off shows, I watch all of them. So it's something that I get really wrapped up in.
She's
so I'm excited.
Passionate about it.
Passionate.
Yes.
But I really stand for them introducing the first Black Bachelor, but I wasn't familiar with who this guy is.
I don't think that mattered for me. I was actually more excited because this person was not a part of the franchise.
Well, I wasn't, because for those of you who don't know, they choose the star of each bachelor or bachelorette from the cast of a previous bachelor or bachelorette season, right? So we usually get to know the person from the previous season. They obviously would have lost the previous season,
yes.
And we get familiar with them. We get to like them,
yes.
And
it's
so we get excited.
Like a fan favorite,
yes,
it's like a fan favorite from a previous season that didn't win, and they are usually chosen for bachelor or bachelorette.
Exactly, but this time around, they just chose a random person. He's actually a friend of one of the past cast members who we actually liked.
Yes.
I don't know if you liked him.
I liked him. He was a favorite.
Yeah. And
what's his name again?
Tyler C. Yes. So he's a friend of that previous cast member, and he was supposed to be on the last Bachelorette. But because of things getting pushed back with COVID and them having to choose a bachelor, and I think also because Black Lives Matter, they just decided to go with him.
I think so too. But what I did some research on Matt James. I went through his Instagram, and I actually found that he works with ABC.
Oh.
He has something, he does a charity called ABC Foods. I think they go around and give food to like different public schools in America, so it's not like he's far removed from the ABC franchise.
So that's
they might
why
have been familiar with him before.
That makes a lot of sense, because I'm wondering, how are they going to know if this guy is going to be good on camera?
Yeah.
Like, what if he does not make a good show?
Right.
So I was worried about that.
He has a nice person. Based on his Instagram, I went through it. He seems to be like, the suave guy. Like, take off him shirts under the pump.
I mean, he has a nice body.
Yeah, he does.
He has a nice body. So, anyways, let's get into it now. So, in typical fashion, they start the series with an introduction to who the bachelor is, and you see him with his mom. Then we see him
with Chris Harrison,
sitting down with Chris Harrison. He asked Chris Harrison if he could speak to him before the girls come out of the limo and get their introductions, and I appreciated that because of what he explained when he sat down with Chris Harrison.
Yes,
I mean, it was my first time hearing him speak.
Right?
And I didn't know what to expect.
First of all, what did you think when you heard him speak for the first time?
What do you mean, like what I thought of his voice, or what I thought about what he said?
No, him.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Really?
By him, yes.
I was surprised because I was like, he has a lisp. I'm not going to have a lisp. Him talk with him tongue.
I just appreciated what he was saying, and I appreciated especially the honesty that was coming from him, because he explained that he was really nervous and that he felt pressure, especially being the first Black Bachelor, and what he said, and I'm glad that he said it.
I feel like you're going to say exactly what I was going to make a point of saying, but go ahead.
I'm going to make the point, and I'm going to make it knowing that this is something that you would have said had he not mentioned it.
No, but here before I make the point.
Okay.
I scroll through him Instagram, I tell you that.
Alright.
Him like white girl. That's why I meant that.
I knew you would say this.
Yes, but
anyways, he made it a point to say that he does not want to disappoint people, and that no matter what happens, there's always going to be somebody saying something. He's half white and half black, right?
Okay.
And he says he knows the struggle that he grew up with, having to fight between both sides. And he already from the very beginning makes the point that he knows that if he chooses a white girl, the black people are gonna rave. And if he chooses a black girl,
nobody cares. Nothing is going to happen if him choose a black girl.
What he was saying is that he wants to choose whoever it is he chooses based off of whatever he's feeling, whatever love he's feeling, and he doesn't want the pressure of what he's gonna get from either side, and he just doesn't want.
How are white people going to pressure him now? Tell me what the pressure is from the white people side.
I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not a white person, so I don't know what is going through their mind. Let's not go. I'm not going further into this anymore.
I don't mind not going any further, but I'm just saying him like white girl, and him just prefacing him season by saying him don't want the pressure cause him like white girl.
Alright, moving on.
Very
well. So let us get into the introductions to the different women. All I want to say on this point is that I liked to see the professional women when they were being introduced. I thought that the cast itself was very well rounded.
I actually find that very interesting, because I'm like, how so many professional women have time for come sit down in a mansion.
Well, it's COVID time. A lot of people are working from home, and who knows?
Them not working nothing.
Yeah, maybe not. I actually always find it interesting to see how these persons, no matter their profession, get so much time off from whatever work them have.
Yeah.
It always puzzles me. So it's not different now.
Their job, do they quit their job to come and do The Bachelor?
Maybe
because a lot of them say they sacrifice a lot for this and whatever.
But maybe I think in America, actually, let me not.
So my question, if you quit your job, say you quit your job, and you get eliminated on night one, where you going home to?
I think they wouldn't take that risk unless it's something that they would have done anyways. Like maybe they're in a shit job and they just didn't want to go back to it.
I feel like ABC must give you some kind of compensation.
I think so too, but we never know because persons don't speak about it.
Yeah.
But I think definitely there has to be some compensation.
Right, well, what did you think about the girls?
Right, as I said, I thought that I liked the fact that they were well rounded.
Yes.
The professions that I was seeing, I could actually recognize them because on many occasions on the show, person's profession is something like
random,
very random, like swimmer or. What do you mean?
No, but this season it ranged from attorney at law to queen. The girl whose profession was queen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that because I was looking at all of these different professions and I was like, yes, go girl, get them, power to you. And then I said queen.
Yeah.
I was disappointed
in her tiara, her drama.
A lot of times, though, the persons with those funny odd jobs, they actually have real jobs, but they just don't put it on the show. Like they don't list it. Yeah, like the dolphin girl from Nick's season, she had a real job, but they listed her as dolphin girl.
Yeah.
So don't mind that.
Oh, it's probably like
just for the show.
Yeah.
Gimmicks.
Yeah, gimmicks.
Let's talk about the limo entrances then.
Who?
The entrances of the women.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first person that stood out to me, and I was like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Who was that?
The bald head model.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
I was bored.
Even before she steps out of the limo, like in the little clip at the beginning, I was saying, whoa, this girl is good looking. And that was before they introduced her as a model. And I was like, wow, I like how she looks.
I was bored.
Another person, I'm going to skip over these others.
Let me tell you who I liked.
Yeah.
I liked Brie.
Yes.
I liked Brie.
I wrote down.
I thought she was gorgeous.
She was.
Just.
No, she was gorgeous.
From she stepped in, myself, who that girl there?
Yeah. Yeah, and her dress looked great on her. She was in a green dress. She was in a green dress.
Yes.
And when she sat down with Matt to have her talk, I actually thought, well, we get into what I thought later on. I thought she was going to get the first impression rose.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too.
Her conversation was just so smooth and real.
Oh, I loved
their vibe.
Girl.
I love their vibe, but we'll get into who got the actual first impression rose later.
I also liked Rachel.
What was she wearing? What did she do?
I actually don't have any more notes on her. But I found that I like Rachel.
I don't have anybody else's name. I just remember them as what they did, like the gimmicks girls. So there was one girl who came out for her introduction
in her
fully in lingerie.
Yeah, Kylie. That was Kylie.
Lingerie. You remember their names?
I wrote it.
Anyway, she came out in lingerie and 2 dresses on a rack.
Yeah.
Pulling in the rack.
Yeah.
Posing up. And saying,
her body did good still.
I mean, yeah, but
my body did nice like that.
No way. She comes out in her lingerie, pulls up the dress rack, and she says, oh, I didn't know what to wear. Can you pick one for me?
No, sir.
Like, excuse me, you want to know what you wanted to wear.
Man, no, sir. Look at this. Look at me.
I didn't like it.
He will show off his body so she can come out with showing off her body
he's
too.
He's not showing off his body on the first night. I mean, hello, occasion.
Can we just talk about his body though?
Yes, he's very attractive.
No, how is he
and
so
his body
attractive?
was very nice.
How is he so attractive?
And one thing that Chris Harrison did say, for those who don't know, Chris Harrison is the host of the show.
Yeah.
So he comes in and, does a little speeches from time to time. But Chris Harrison did say that he got an overwhelming response from women signing up to come on the show because of this man.
Yeah.
So obviously a lot of people are attracted to him.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Alright, going back to the limo entrances, there was a girl who came out with a vibrator.
Oh Jesus.
Can we talk about that?
I was not impressed by it.
At first I thought it was kind of
tacky,
funny.
Oh, funny. Yeah,
and
at first.
and I thought it was a good idea to kind of the way she tied it in, because she was saying
passing the baton.
Yeah, she's saying like, when I win this show, I'll pass the baton on to you because I won't need this anymore or whatever. Yeah. And I chuckled. I was like, that's funny. But then she would not put it down.
It's when she tapped the girl on her shoulder. Can I get some time?
Yeah, I was like, girl, put it down.
Yeah, stop.
Put it down.
Oh, there was another girl who made an impression, not so much because of what she did, but because of just who she was. She came out, and the girl from Ethiopia, her name was Maggie. I mean, I had watched the Chris Harrison YouTube special where he mentioned all the girls, and he mentioned her and said that she was from Ethiopia. But when I heard her accent, it was a thick Ethiopian accent.
Yeah.
I don't know how far she's gonna make it.
She's pretty though.
Yeah, she is.
She's pretty. I don't know. I never got anything of substance from her.
No.
Really? So I'll have to see how it plays out with her. There was the deaf girl.
There was a deaf girl? Did I miss that?
She's the one who got the first impression rose.
She's deaf?
She's deaf.
So how was she hearing what him say?
She has hearing aids.
Allah tell.
And she, if you listen to her as well, her speech is a little bit strange, but not too much.
Allah tell.
Yeah, you can't really
how
tell.
Did I miss that?
I don't know how you missed it, but she said the first impression. Yeah, she said it. She got the first impression rose, which
she did mash up the place.
Yeah.
Man talk about when him look in her eyes, I'm like,
I know.
Salsa?
I thought they had a good. What you thought about her getting the first impression rose?
They had chemistry.
They had good chemistry.
Yeah.
They had a good conversation. But I still wasn't expecting it to be her.
You're thinking
I thought it was gonna be Brie.
But it's when I could see that he wanted to kiss her.
Yeah.
When he was talking about her eyes and everything, and him kind of lean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I could tell that he wanted to kiss her, and I didn't see that look on anybody else.
No.
So there's a plus there. So we need to look out for this girl. Her name was Abigail. One thing I wanted to point out: don't drink every time Matt says he's nervous.
No, drink.
Or drink if you want to drunk. If we're playing a drinking game, drink every time
Matt says
he's nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's nervous on the first night.
But you could actually see
His
that
nerves.
he was visibly nervous.
Yes. Anyway.
Okay. So I went through all of the limo entrances. I don't know if there's any conversations before we get to the rose ceremony that you want to address.
Just one.
Yeah.
The one with the queen girl.
Yes, please, let's talk about her.
Some of the girls were hating on her because she went back for a second talk.
She was a double dipper.
Yeah.
Guys, on Bachelor and Bachelorette shows, you don't double dip on the first night.
I don't mind double dippers. I feel like anybody who not double dip not there for the right reasons.
No, but I was wondering if this girl was drunk.
Oh yeah.
Because first of all, she wasn't making any sense when she was talking to Matt. I don't know if she was like, what was she saying? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
She was saying like, and this is how she talked, by the way. Yeah, Matt. Because that's accurate, and I was saying to myself that this girl going home, she is going home.
No, the producers are going to keep her. What do you mean?
No, I thought Matt had more sense.
Value. She's entertainment
She
value.
was cringy.
Yeah, but
and then she goes back to the girls. She goes back to the girls after her first sit down with Matt, and she's saying to them, have you guys spoken to him yet? Oh my gosh, why not? Get up and go. And then after she's saying that to the girl, she goes, I'm gonna go and speak to him again. These girls are stupid. No one's like, who's stupid? Them? Are you?
Well, she going to talk to him another time,
and she did, so that's why
and some girl never get
she double dipped. Yeah. I don't know if it helped her though, because when we got to the rose ceremony, she got the very last rose. I was actually rooting for her to go home.
I think the producers told him to choose her.
Maybe.
I know that's controversial to say this early out, but I do think the producers have a hand in who gets chosen and in what order.
Well, maybe early on, yes. There could be some truth to that.
Yeah. And I never say the value that she brought other than entertainment value. So I would say that the producers were the one.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, usually after all the women come out of the limo, the bachelor goes into the house with them now, and he gives a speech. And he chose to say a prayer.
Cute.
And I really appreciated that. I thought it was beautiful and different. And actually one of the girls cried.
Oh yeah.
She cried, I think, because maybe she's spiritual.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Your facial expression right now. Anyhow, maybe she's spiritual, and so she felt a connection on a different level with him when he prayed. She actually had a good conversation with him as well.
Which girl was that?
I don't remember her name. But yeah, she cried, and I thought it was a good way to start the show, to start the night.
I appreciated that he held true to his beliefs, because a lot of people would not bring their beliefs and so publicly put it forward on a reality TV show. But I really appreciate that he just did it. He just came in, and his first move was to just say the prayer. And he said it and it was a good prayer. It was a very good prayer. He said it boldly, and I just appreciate that he stood firm in his belief.
Yeah.
on his Instagram too, he has a lot of Bible verses, so he is Christian.
He's a Christian. That's nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I actually really like
I
that.
think his name is like Matt James. Isn't that like real Christian?
I'm just thinking about that now, realizing, wow, that makes a lot of sense. So, the rose ceremony.
Go ahead.
Well, I can't really remember who left. I don't really know them.
It's typical.
It's too early.
It's typical that in the first episode, it really is inconsequential who leaves, because you don't really get to know or get attached to any of the girls who are there yet. So whether or not you stay or leave is neither here nor there. Yeah. So we never really got an attachment to any of the girls who left. I don't know who left, to be honest.
Yeah, the only thing I was upset about is that the queen did not leave. Alright, so before we close out, we got to see a preview of the season.
Oh yeah, and Matt cries.
Well, that's not one thing that stood out to me. It seemed that they're going to introduce new girls.
Oh yeah,
in the middle of the season. What?
Here's what I was thinking. When Chris Harrison said a record amount of girls applied in this season, I was thinking, alright, cool. But I'm saying he's the first Black Bachelor. Why are you overwhelming him with choices? It's already hard enough choosing from 25. Yeah. You give him 31 girls to choose from. 32, and then introduce more girls in the middle. It's crazy. Almost like you want him to fail.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell, and men are so indecisive.
Yes.
So how can, I mean,
the man scramble.
No, like it's the worst thing they could have done, because on these shows, the Bachelorettes, and when you look at the rate of the successful couples,
right,
the bachelors are the ones who mostly fail.
Yes, the Bachelorette, the women
are the ones who
know who them want.
They stay with their partner for longer than the bachelor. So now you're gonna confuse this man.
Yes.
Even more.
Yes.
What the hell are you thinking?
I don't rate it.
Don't either.
Them should I give him an equal chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like that. And it seemed like a familiar face that we know from a previous season is gonna come in the middle of the season too.
Heather. Actually,
I think her name was Heather, but it seemed like they maybe had a dating relationship before, because everybody was enraged that she was there, saying that she had her chance. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Me too. But I was very interested in the part where he cries and where he has a sit down. No, it was really hot to me. But where he has a sit down with Chris Harrison, and it's almost like he won't give up.
Yeah. I think it looks like he did leave for a second there and then come back.
Him did need some time.
Yeah.
I like those real moments, you know what I mean? Where there isn't like heightened drama or anything, where he's just really frustrated, and that, I believe, in the process of The Bachelor, them love to call it the process, I feel like it's good to see those parts, because that's real. All the other things is production value and showing us all the interesting stuff, but seeing how hard it is to make the decisions and how frustrated these people get just trying to make a decision, that to me is the best part of the show.
Yeah, I agree. And I think in more recent times the persons on the show have been becoming more real, in that they're not just following the script of the show. If they want to do something, they're going to do it.
Like with the Bachelorette with Claire
exactly
really just
so
did what she wanted.
I like that about this modern day interpretation of the show.
But I'm really looking forward to his season. I love him.
I am now because of last night's episode. I didn't know him before, so I had low expectations, to be honest, especially because the persons who they have been picking for The Bachelor in recent years, I mean,
not top notch.
Definitely not. So I mean, now that I knew he was attractive, but I wanted to see more, and now that I've seen him actually speak and I hear what he's about, I'm excited for the show.
Go Matt James.
Go Matt.
I'm your number
We're
one
rooting for you. Hope you find love. I think we can end it
here. Well, let us know what you think about the episode, guys, and also make your suggestions as to what you think, what you thought. Maybe you can let us know what you thought. If you watched the show, you can let us know what you thought, and you can also suggest a show that you think we should watch as well.
Please. we'd love to take your suggestions.
All right, guys. We'll see you when we see you.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.